This is Desmond Ricks. I attend IMG Academy. I play cornerback. And welcome to Sports Muse.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of the Sports Muse podcast. I am your host, Kevin Brumley, and on the opposite side of me is one of the not only best cornerbacks in the nation, but one of the best players in the 2024 class, and that is Desmond Ricks. Desmond, what's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Finishing up that season recently, so finally get a little bit of a downtime, get that strength up. You know what I mean? Season never stops, technically, but, it's just nice to kind of step back for a minute. But you know what? Let's start here. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a real chill dude, I only hang around, other guys that's, have the same goal as me, really.
I like that, man. And that's, I've heard a lot of people say that on the show. It kind of keeps you driven, man. When everybody has that common goal and they're trying to get to that same place, you don't get sidetracked as often, which is, what you see so much, because I'm sure there's days you feel like, quitting, or there's days you feel like not putting in the work. But when the person next to you is ready to grind, there's no better place than IMG as far as that goes.
Most definitely. Motivation.
Oh, absolutely. And to kind of speak about IMG a little bit is, for people who don't know, you're from Virginia, but for high school ball, you decided to come down to Florida and play at IMG. Why'd you make that decision?
With them canceling the season down here, I just wanted to get on the field, and IMG coach texted me, wanted me to come, so it was the best opportunity, because I know with going to IMG, I'll get better every day just from practice alone.
Oh, I'm completely with you. Now, do you plan on staying there for 4 years, or you're going to go back up home, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay for 4 years more than likely.
I like that, man. Now, for people who don't know, you can't find a ton of rankings and whatnot. Not that the rankings are the end all be all, but there's not a ton of stuff up for the 2024 class. But to kind of speak on your talent, you just finished your freshman year and you already have 8 major D1 offers. What does that mean to you? And do you have any dream schools that you're, not necessarily you have to go to, but you're kind of keeping your eye on?
It means a lot. I'm very blessed to be in the position I'm in. But I don't really let it get to my head, I just play ball. Everybody else put on their helmet just like me.
I like that. And is there any dream schools that, as a kid growing up, that you were kind of, it would be so real for you to play for?
LSU. I always wanted to play for LSU.
LSU, man, they always have some good DBs. A little honey badger. I like it, man.
Yeah.
You kind of spoke on this earlier, which is absolutely true. You talked about just getting better just in practice. What's it like every single day, every single rep, going up against guys like Sean Miller, Ja'Cory Brooks, Malik McLean? What is it like every single day going up against those guys?
It definitely made me better as a player, It's like every day is basically game day at IMG, for real, because by the time you get to the game, it's easy, because in practice, you're going against the best every day, really.
And, I heard the same thing from Sean when he was on it. It's literally like every day is game day, no days off. He's said the same thing. And that's part of the thing is when I posted the Sean Miller interview, I got some feedback from people being like, IMG, all they do is take the best players. And I'm like, look at it from this perspective. If you're a young player, why wouldn't you want to be around the best players in the world? Why wouldn't you want to be around the best coaches in the world? Like, it's a awesome opportunity, just like you said, the season was canceled. Why wouldn't I come to IMG? You know what I mean? It's a great opportunity for you. Now, here's a question for you. How much, because on the other side of the ball, you're a DB guy. How much do you pick the brains of players like Dalen Everett, Arkevious Brown, Kamari Wilson, Trayvon Howard? Like, how much do you really try to learn from them?
I learned a lot from them this year, they're like my big brothers, They tell me what I did wrong and right. They congratulate me, but they also let me know when I did something wrong. So,
and that has to be so nice because, again, you're talking about, some of the best DBs in the nation that happen to be on your team. And as a young guy like you, that has to help so much of just being like, 4 years ago, so-and-so was in the same situation. And, you know what I mean? So they've kind of been around it and they've seen it all. What do you think the best part of your game is?
The best part of my game is like to be like in the grade I'm in. I got a lot of knowledge of the game. You know, mentally, I know a lot about the game.
I like that, man, because that's one of the most frustrating things as a coach. You know, when I played, I was much of the same way. Now, I wasn't nearly as talented as you, but I was a student of the game. But you know, I see that a lot with kids. They don't really watch football anymore. I coach football, and you'd be surprised how many kids I'm like, hey, you know, who's your favorite team, or who's your favorite player, who do you like to study? They're like, I don't even watch football. And like, how are you going to learn if you're not, you know, knowing the game, watching the game? So that's great to hear. Now, kind of sell yourself real quick. You know, what separates you from other DBs in your class? What makes you special?
First of all, physically, I'm bigger than most DBs in my class, bigger than most people in my class in general. Mentally, like I just said before, I know a lot about the game and just the way I approach the game, you know.
I love it, man. And you're definitely not wrong. The fact that you saw playing time as a freshman at IMG is so impressive. Who are some guys you like to study?
I study guys like Jalen Ramsey, Tre'Davious White. Got them two mainly. That's
Oh,
about it.
and Ramsey's obviously everybody knows Ramsey, but Tre'Davious White's, you know, might be my favorite corner in the league. I love Tre'Davious White, man. It's a dogfight every time he's up against you. And I'm going to kind of switch around this question a little bit because I ask this every interview, but I'm going to change it a little bit for you. So normally I ask, you know, what advice would you give to a young player? But I'm going to ask you, you know, what's some of the best advice you've received as a young player?
Some of the best advice I received is just like really from the coaches. They tell me like just, you know, school is just as important as football, you know, and I took that. I do that. Take
Yeah,
school.
no, that's you're absolutely right because I mean, you see with some kids like they have all the talent in the world but can't get accepted into a university because their grades are, you know, falling so far behind, and they think because they're a superstar on the field that everything else will just work out. And that's great to hear, man.
Yeah.
Let's do some rapid fire questions. Let's get to kind of know you a little bit better. First things first, what is your favorite coverage to play?
Cover two.
Ooh, I see that. I had a conversation with Zachary Spears out in California, and he said man-to-man, press man-to-man, and I was like, dude, cover two is pretty fun. You kind of get to, looks like, you know, press man. You got to get to pop off, either light up a slot receiver, jump a route, pick six it. And I like cover two. What's harder to cover? A quick shifty guy, a straight line burner, or a big man who can go up and get it?
Probably a quick shifty guy. Like them short 5'6" dudes, 5'7" dudes.
Especially because
like
you're what, 6 foot, 6'1"?
Like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, and like so, like those longer corners, that's what they hate, man. Those little quick, you know, like
Yeah.
we watched Deontay Johnson last night on Monday night, and he's one of those dudes who's just so quick in and out of his brace because his legs are short. So that makes sense. Who is your favorite superhero?
Superman.
Superman. Yeah. What is something that makes you mad?
Don't much make me mad. I'm really a lifting person. I really be happy most of the time. Don't much make me mad except being like lied to, I guess.
I think that's fair. That's a good one. Do you have any hidden talents?
Nah, not
just
really.
Football.
I mean, I run track, I guess.
Okay. What do you run on track?
The 100 and 200.
Okay. What's your best time?
In the 100, this was like 2 years ago though. In the 100, I ran 11.3, and in the 200, I ran a 23.3.
That's pretty good for being a young guy, man. That's
yeah.
Pretty quick. That's moving.
I was like in 7th grade, I think. 7th.
That's almost our school record at high school. What is your dream job that isn't playing in the NFL?
Really being like just owning my own business. Really, like a clothing line or something. I don't know. Just I want to work for myself. I don't really want to work a 9 to 5.
I like that. I feel the same exact way. I mean, I do work a 9 to 5. I'm a teacher, but no, but I love that, man. I always said if teaching ever worked out, I always wanted to like open up my own business or something like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Favorite condiment on a sandwich?
Chick-fil-A sauce. I throw Chick-fil-A sauce on anything, really.
I like it, man. That's a good one. Favorite food?
Probably chicken nuggets. You can't go wrong with chicken nuggets.
Yeah, you can't get wrong. You're right. They're good with anything.
Yeah.
Favorite animal?
Tigers.
Tigers. I like it. Favorite movie?
Daddy Daycare. I like that movie.
Daddy, I have not seen that movie in like a minute. That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
If you could visit somewhere in the world, where would you visit?
Dubai.
Dubai. That's an interesting one. Okay. I like
Yeah.
that. Is there a reason for that or?
I don't know. I just want to, ride camels, put on the little outfit they be wearing. Oh, Yeah.
And let's wrap it up with this: is who is your celebrity crush?
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on the show. You're a young buck, so I really do hope to have you back on again sometime, man. Definitely love your game. Sean gave you a shout out on the show. He definitely said that you're one of the guys that everyone needs to keep their eye on, and he's not wrong. Even when he said, your name and Stacey Gage, those two names pop out big time to me because, you guys are two guys that I've definitely kept my eyes on. So guys, go like my guy on Instagram, Twitter, show him some love because he's already got 8 offers as a true freshman. It's only going to get more and more and more. And you're probably going to see this kid with, 40, 50 offers by the time he's a senior in high school. Great young man, great player. I appreciate you, man. And I hope to have you back on sometime.
For sure. Most definitely.
All right, guys. If you like the episode, click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.